It is well known that Yom Kippur gives you kapara for all your sins, whether they're intentional or by error. In fact, there's the view of Rebbe, who says that Yom Kippur is so powerful and so awesome that even the day itself, without doing tshuva, will give you atonement, kapara for all your averot. However, there's one big exception. Yom Kippur is only mechaper averot bein adam lamakom, between Hashem and man, not bein adam lechavero, between man and his neighbor. To get kapara between man and his neighbor, one must not only do tshuva on the bad things that they did, but they also have to go and ask their friend mechila, and if necessary, to be mafayes, to go and ask the person repeatedly for their forgiveness, and to say words that will make the person feel better about the relationship and about what you did to them. But even though this is well known, that Yom Kippur will not atone for averot bein adam lechavero, yet many people avoid doing what the halacha says, and that is to be mafayes es chavero, to go and make your friend feel better and ask mechila. Today I'm going to go through the top 10 excuses why people do not ask mechila, and what you could do to make this year different. One reason that I hear often, especially as a therapist, you want me to ask that person mechila. That person is nuts. They're crazy. They're paranoid. They're schizophrenic. They have an explosive temper. The person is irrational. The person altogether is nuts. There's no way that I can even engage this person in a conversation. That excuse is a pretty sorry excuse. Many times the word crazy or nuts is used. That's more a statement about your inability to relate to that person as compared to a clinical diagnosis. Being nuts is not exactly a clinical diagnosis and not very precise. And therefore, without throwing the DSM-4 at the person, calling somebody nuts is a very convenient way out. The second excuse that people give is that the person is evil. Do you know what that person did to me? Do you really know how evil that person is? There's no way that I'm going to go and forgive that person because that person is just evil. The only thing you could do with that person is to avoid him or her. Another reason people give, reason number 3, mechila. What? I'm going to ask the person mechila? Why? It's past history. It happened a year ago. It happened 2 years ago. It happened 5 years ago. I don't want to go and call the person, knock on their door, or in any way engage this person, and that's going to dredge up all the bad memories and associations and interactions of the past. It's in the past. Let it stay there. Let it stay in the past. I don't want to bring it to the present. Another reason that people give for not asking mechila is it doesn't feel right. Yeah, I know it's a Seres Yimei Tshuva. Yeah, I know I have to go and ask the person mechila, but I don't feel right. It doesn't just feel right to me. And I like to do things which make me feel right and good. And reason number 5, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this reason. I am too proud. For me to ask mechila would be like getting on my knees and lowering my dignity, my self-respect. I'm just too proud. I'm not going to ask that person for mechila. Another reason people give is, I don't want to forgive. If I ask mechila, that puts pressure on me for that person to forgive me and for me to forgive that person. I don't want to forgive. I want to be angry. That person deserves all the anger to the rest of time. Another reason I hear often is, well, I'm not going to do it again. I tried it last year. I called the person, didn't work. I tried to do it. I'm not going to make a fool of myself. I'm not going to do it again. Often people say, the reason why I ask the person mechila is the person is too sensitive. The person can't take a joke. The person doesn't have a sense of humor. Anything you say to the person misconstrues and takes it the wrong way. And if I ask the person for mechila, then the person will turn it back against me, and I just don't want to get involved. Another reason why people avoid asking mechila is because I will be made to look like a fool. If I go to the person and I ask mechila, they'll slam the door in my face. They'll hang up the phone. Or they'll just delete my email. Also, a lot of people don't want to ask mechila because, again, it looks very much like they're just going through the motions. And the last of the reasons that I came up with is spiritual blackmail. Hold on a minute. You're telling me that Yom Kippur will give me kapara, mechila, for all my averos. And the only thing that's standing in the way of mechila gemura and kapara is the fact that this person, who is a bad person in the first place, doesn't want to give him mechila. I consider this a form of spiritual blackmail. I will not go and give in to blackmail and ask this person mechila if that's what it takes for me to get mechila on Yom Kippur. This is wrong. This is spiritual blackmail.